All right, the Padres, they get a 6-2 win over the Marlins. They were down 2-0. And if you checked on social media during the game like I saw, you would think that there was no way the Padres were going to come back and win this game. I just didn't see a ton of belief. And I get that social media and people overreacting to what's happening in a span of 6, 7 innings. Like, oh, it's going to be one of those nights, isn't it? Offense, come on, do something. But maybe those fans should like sit back and just realize the team that they're watching, realize the players that are on this team. These guys come back a lot of times. How many comeback victories or comebacks do they have this year? 27 or 28, something like that. It's crazy how many that they have and how different this team is in those comeback category, that comeback win category, let's say, compared to last year's team. This is different. And I'm not saying the Padres are going to come back from every deficit that they face the rest of the year, but I'm not super surprised that the Padres came back from this. They were down 2-0. Martin Perez, by the way, full disclosure, I was working, so I did not watch his outing. I just saw the 2 homers that he gave up, just meatballs right down the middle. So 2 big mistakes there. But he ends up going 7 innings, covering 7 innings in this game for the Padres. That is so huge with this bullpen. I mean, they called up Johnny Brito today and sent Randy Vasquez down because they needed that extra bullpen arm. And so huge. And it gives Suarez a day. It gives Estrada a day. Matsui a day. It gives these guys a day. And you have Hoeing and Adam, and then Tanner Scott. That was great to see Tanner Scott be able to close it against his former team. Brian Hoeing be able to come in, throw a scoreless 8th inning against his former team. And so, the Marlins, they helped the Padres win this game. Obviously, having Brian Hoeing in a Padre uniform, having Tanner Scott in a Padre uniform. Luis Ariz even scored a run in this game. Obviously, he was in a Miami Marlins uniform going into this season. So thank you, Miami, for that. But yeah, like this is who this team is. They don't give up. And it's not like it's a 2-0 lead against the best team in baseball. This is the Miami Marlins that we're talking about. They don't have a closer, really. I mean, who did they send? I already forgot. Who did they send out? Soriano, who got the blown save. They sent him out there for a second inning of work, just hoping and praying that was going to work out. And so, if you're the Padres, you probably got to be feeling pretty darn good going into that situation. And look what happened. So down 2-0, those 2 homers again, they were meatballs. Jake Berger, Jonah Bride. But Martin, I know it's only 2 starts, but this is definitely a 5-starter, a welcomed 5-starter for this Padres team when Musgrove comes back and Perez, slides into that 5th role. A vet, someone that can give you the innings. Rich Hill last year, that was not an innings eater. It wasn't. It was a starter they acquired, but he didn't do what they wanted him to do. Martin Perez, it seems like he can actually not just eat innings, but keep the Padres in games, and that's what you want out of a rental starting pitcher who's at the back end of the rotation. So he does that. Top of the 8th comes around. Manny with the RBI double, made it 2-1. Profar scored. Manny had himself a game, huh? 2 hits for him, 3 runs driven in, scored a run. And then top of the 9th comes around and Jackson Merrill homers. And it was not the same pitch, I don't believe, the game that he hit the game-tying homer the other night against Pittsburgh, but it was the same situation. Top of the 9th, hits the game-tying homer. Pretty much knew it when it came off of his bat. That's what it felt like. Watching that replay. I love how pumped up he was, obviously rounding first base, going into second base there, looking back at the dugout. This guy wants to win. Maybe some Padres fans are tired of me continuing to describe Jackson Merrill and who he is. You're probably like, Ben, we get it. We know who Jackson Merrill is. But I just can't get enough of – he has risen so quickly up the list for me of favorite Padre players. Those that know me, it's Cronenworth, it's Musgrove, and it's Jackson Merrill. Those are the 3 right here. Love me some Profar. Love a lot of guys on this team. But, yeah, Merrill he's my age. I can't imagine me doing what Jackson Merrill is doing at the big league level right now. Like, that's insane what he is doing. And obviously, a lot of the talk is going to go, steering towards, oh, rookie of the year, Merrill should be the rookie of the year over Paul Skeens. And what I care about the most is not the individual award. I care about the team winning games, getting to the postseason, going deep, winning a World Series. Like Blake Snell last year won the Cy Young for the Padres. And do we care that much about it? Doesn't seem like we care that much about it. Did the Padres win? Did they make the postseason? No. Now, Snell, I think part of it was we knew he was going to be gone, and Merrill's going to be here a long time, so it's a little bit different. But still, I'd rather pick, postseason spot than an individual award, rookie of the year, and that's what Jackson would say because he cares about winning, not just getting an individual award. He cares about the team winning. Absolutely love that about him. Hopefully, he's a Padre for life. And I know it's his rookie year. Hasn't even been the full rookie year yet. I get it. But this dude has all of the qualities that you want in a future leader of the team, a guy that's going to be middle, top of the lineup for years and years to come. He has it all. But what doesn't he have? He's only going to keep getting stronger, I would imagine. His character's already great, it seems like, but I feel like he's only going to get better with all that stuff as well. And maybe finding his voice leadership wise. It's going to keep getting better. So happy that Jackson is a Padre. And hopefully he will be a Padre for life. Because if he's not, I feel like there's going to be a lot of fans that are going to be pissed off about that. But yeah, huge home run that he had there, 2-2. And then Tyler Wade, I get it. That's one of those not top 10, him hitting himself in the face there on the dive home. But he wanted to do whatever it took to get in there. So he gets in there on the fielder's choice. Infield was in. Crony put the ball in play, did his job, right? In that situation, infield in, do something that's challenging where it's not going to be an easy on contact, the runner's out at home. And Crony did that, makes it 3-2. Then Manny comes through, obviously, a double into the gap, makes it 5-2. Merrill got it right in front of the Marlins left fielder, Kyle Stowers. There makes it 6-2. And then obviously Tanner Scott finishing the game. So big. Martin Perez was big in this game. I'm going to take that outing every day of the week that we get from Martin Perez. 7 innings and 2 runs. I'm going to take that. You get big games from Jackson Merrill, from Manny Machado. Manny and Merrill tonight combined to go 5 for 9, drove in 5 runs and scored 2 runs. I'll take that every day of the week. So, hey, I get it. The Marlins, they're 43-74, but it's still a big league team. They're still in Major League Baseball. I know they sold off a lot of pieces. I know they're not contending, but this win counts the same as a win against the Dodgers, counts the same as a win against the Phillies or whatever team you want to say, the Orioles, whatever. It's a win. Can't take it away from you. This is a 15-game stretch that the Padres have capitalized on so far. They are undefeated on this road trip. And just keep taking advantage of it because right now, 65-52, 13 games over 500. Who knows where they can be by the end of this 15-game stretch, right? Dodgers, they're playing the Pirates. Pirates, who knows, could play them tough. We'll see. Padres right now are 2 games back of the Dodgers for the NL West title. Could be 2.5 if the Dodgers win today. If they lose, then it's a 1.5. And as I said on the show last night, the Padres are right there. They're in it. A couple weeks back, I was like, I want to see more. Out of respect for like the Dodgers and what they've done, not I need to see more, but because I know what this team is, their identity, they're going to keep fighting. What I wanted was let's close the gap. Let's get it to 2.5, 3 games like it was going into today. It was 2.5, right? Do that. Let's get into that. Win those 2 games against the Dodgers. They did that. And so, yeah, the division, it's there. But again, I'll keep saying if they win the division, yeah, we'll celebrate for that day. But divisions don't guarantee you long postseason runs, right? So what I care about the most is getting in, not about winning the division. Love to win the division, bragging rights over the Dodgers, and you'd have better positioning, but that doesn't guarantee you anything. Just keep playing this great baseball. Come from behind. I'd like to not come from behind, 3 games in a row and extend that more than what it is. Like, let's have a nice 7-0 win tomorrow. That would be nice. But keep winning games, and we're gonna be all right. Fun night.